Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Flag, from MissionStarCraft. This is quite possibly the most amazing game of StarCraft I have ever seen. So we are going to get into this, and this is going to be... Oh my god, this is so exciting. This is a Master League game sent to us by this submitter, Chrisle. Thank you so much, Chrisle. This is an awesome game. You are a beast for some of the things that are going to be in this video. You'll probably know exactly what some of these things are. Just a few of them. I mean, this entire game is just awesome. Everything about it is just awesome. But you'll probably know a few things about what's going to happen in this game just based off the title and details in the video description. But we're going to get into this game, and it's going to be going at 2x speed for the first little bit, and then we're going to slow it on down to just our normal old faster speed. Now, this is going to be a very, very long video, so I might separate it into multiple parts, but that's okay because this is worth it because the things that happen in this game are amazing. Good luck, have fun. Smiley face. Good luck, have fun in return. Good manner, starting off, sending that Overlord to its little scatteroo position, sending down this probe, going to put down a pylon. Awesome. All right, we're going to see our friend here, herp derp, nGShuriKen, is going to go for a Nexus first play, which is, I guess, to me, would seem a little bit bold, but with his scouting, he does kind of realize that it's okay to do this from the information that he scouted. He goes around, sees no spawning pool, immediately goes down to this expansion, starts blocking it, starts his little patrol path right there, just going back and forth and back and forth. Going to do a little bit of a do-si-do with this drone as it comes down to try and get it out of the way. Get out of there, you little probe. Get out of there. Going to try and throw down that. Nope, not going to happen. Throws down a pylon. That is going to make it really annoying for the Zerg player, but the spawning pool has already been down a little while back. Still building drones at this point, 17 to 16 drones. Just normal stuff the first part of the game. Cancels that pylon and just kind of does a little do-si-do again. Sending this Overlord down here, I think around the little bit right there, to take a look. This little Overlord just going to fly over the wall to see what we've got here on Protoss' side. We do have a forge and a gateway. Going to leave this here. I think he moves it up onto this little pylon here, which is a very nice place to be able to spot these two gas geysers, as I have mentioned. The good parts of that lets you know whether your Protoss opponent is going to be aggressive or not. Have an early third going down almost immediately at the same time as this natural expansion, which is very nice. I like that a lot. We've got these 4 lings coming out. Very typical play by most Zergs to send out 2 sets of Zerglings pretty early on when you're doing this kind of play to be able to figure out what exactly your Protoss enemy is going to be doing. Sending out that probe to just kind of scout around. He's going to spot this early third, and we have Overlords in very good positions here and here to be able to spot for any proxies that might be put down to block these expansions as they come up. We do have 2 queens here. Very nice, very nice. I always, whenever I do this, kind of play, even in the gold leagues, as I am in the gold, I will produce my second queen immediately off of my first hatchery so that I can have that for creep spread or just utility in these games. We do have this probe being very useful, going throughout the map, finding out all these sorts of interesting information that the Zerg player is putting down, and we immediately see him going into this little corner, putting down a proxy. Very nice indeed. Do have our cyber core, little cannon in position, very nice little wall off. Have our little zealot there. Going to be sending in these Zerglings to do a little bit more scouting, and again, yes, this Overlord is on that pylon. We have Overlords going everywhere. I did a video, a little short one on Overlord placement. This is so perfect, so beautiful, really well done. We do have all these bases getting saturated pretty well. We're going to take a look at the production tab and see that we have 3 starports in production. This is huge. Oh, we are getting a little bit of lag, so we're going to slow it down. We're going to be going at faster speed for the rest of this video. We do have starports going down. This is going to be a very air-focused match, which is awesome. I do love any match that has a good amount of air units. It's just that little bit of a different kind of focus for the entire match. Makes it all that much more interesting. We do have a good amount of gas for our Protoss nGShuriKen, and we do have this Stalker here, just getting that Overlord out of the way. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. All right, we're doing good. We do have 6 gas geysers, I believe, for our Zerg here, going to get a lot of air himself. He does have a Evo chamber going down. Do we have our Spire yet? I do not know. Have not spotted that yet. No, we do not have that yet. We don't have our lair yet. That is an important piece of information. Never heard of that one hatch Spire tech. That never happens. We do have our third going down for the Protoss. This is going to be very interesting because most of the time whenever a Zerg spots this third, they immediately kind of go into this rabid mode of kill to try and keep that from happening. But this is going to be a very epic long game. in which we get high econs on both sides. We have our spire started finally in the back of the main. We also have a bunch of spore crawlers going up as he has spotted this the overlord that was here that got taken out by this here void ray, which has been busy going around killing stuff. Going to be taking out the zerglings that are at the Xel'Naga, just taking care of a lot of that vision that the Zerg has at this point in time. We do have this queen being useful, getting some creep spread going. I really like the creep spread that we see at this level. There are a lot of things that are very different at this level to the kind of games in bronze and silver and even, you know, gold, platinum, even diamond, that just make it that much crisper, that much more streamlined and well done. To Chrisle for doing all these wonderful things, putting his overlords in positions. I do like he's bringing them most of them back. This one hasn't been spotted yet. Derp, derp. This one hasn't been spotted yet. We do see void rays going along the bottom of the map, trying not to be spotted as they go around. We do see this proxy hasn't really been used yet. Void ray here, still going around, got 4 kills, just overlords and zerglings that are used for vision to try and just harass a little bit of the Zerg's map control at this point in the game. We do have a good amount of creep spread, as said. Spine crawlers going down. We do still have a good amount of spore crawlers. Oh, excuse me. Good amount of spore crawlers down on the map. Uh-oh, here we go. We see this. There was an expansion going down, but we see that there are void rays there. Going to stop that. A void ray coming around the back to just kind of mess around with what's going on. Going to focus down that spire because it's so very important. 13 Mutalisks in production. Going to be able to do a lot of damage against these void rays, although let's see, what do we see in production? Still more void rays. Against Mutalisks, the Protoss can very easily respond by going for some Phoenixes, as Phoenixes can kill unlimited amounts of void rays. Or rather, Phoenixes can kill unlimited amounts of Mutalisks, as the Mutalisks' range is much shorter. These Mutalisks are, however, going to be able to finish off these Void Rays in quick succession very easily. This Void Ray in the back, however, is doing a lot of damage. Did kill that Spire. That is huge. That is huge. We do see a lot of money piling up for our Zerg player. Not too big of a deal. We would like to see some injects. The injects are slightly falling behind with all of this pressure that is being put on Chrisle. Chrisle is still doing a very good job getting up his 4th base. Very nice. We do see a bunch of cannons to prevent that Mutalisk harass on that 3rd base. And we do see those Phoenix. There they are. They're the Phoenixes coming out to be able to counter those Mutalisks very handily. We do see the gas going down immediately as our Zerg player Chrisle understands that he's going to need a crap ton of gas moving forward. I think he canceled the Spire that he had going there. He's building double Spire. Here he is. He's building double Spire at his natural. Very nice. This double Spire will allow him to get those upgrades much quicker. However, we are seeing a bunch of gateways going down. This will be a very interesting mix of land and air for our Protoss buddy here. This is going to be a huge amount of stuff. Fleet Beacon going down as well. We'll see what is going to happen with that. Although we also have on the Zerg side, we still have a good amount of drone production. If we take a look at the units tab, we will see that our Zerg buddy is up by only 3 drones at this point. 8 Mutalisks is pretty much all he has as an army, though. This is going to be a very interesting conflict as both sides right now are just kind of deciding to drone up, tech up, and just get everything ready for a big confrontation later on. Sending those overlords out again as that void ray is no longer just kind of out poaching our overlords. Probably have an excess of overlords at this point. We are at 110 of 170, which is a nice place to be. We do have our spine crawlers move forward into a forward position to protect our natural and just kind of protect any shenanigans that goes around the back. We do have the same thing with this forward position of these spine crawlers. We have our 5th base here that went up just recently. We do have another base for our Protoss enemy here, nGShuriKen. We do have the Phoenixes coming out to do a little bit of damage to the overlords. That's going to be a bit annoying. He's going to vomit here. I don't really know why. It's not like it's going to be taken at this point, but we do have our queens. Still a lot of creep spread. That queen is going to get picked up and picked off by those Phoenixes. That's going to be a little bit annoying. Going to pick off a few more overlords. Good thing that we are very far ahead in overlord count. We aren't really building any corruptors. There are the corruptors. 10 corruptors in production. That's going to be a very nice thing against all of these voiders. Ooh, 2 corruptors pop out at the wrong location. Here we go. Here are the corruptors getting together to just throw a few volleys at those Phoenixes, do a little damage. Although these void rays are fully charged, that is going to be very annoying. Going to do a lot of damage with those void rays, and the charge should be going down pretty soon here. This base is almost up, as well as this. Ooh, just going to pop that 4th. That's going to give those Protoss players a little bit of an advantage there for just a short amount of time. Going to get that up again very soon. We do have constant void ray production, constant production of pretty much everything. What else do we have here? We have trying to figure out what he's going to do with that fleet beacon. Oh, there we go. There we go. I go into that that production tab. We have a mothership in production, folks. Yes, we have motherships in production. We also have the new anion pulse crystals for those phoenixes. Very nice little upgrade. I like that they added that in the not so recent patch, but very nice for those phoenixes to have a little bit additional advantage against things like mutalisks and other things. We do have a very formidable army there, formidable air army there for our Protoss. There's the Mothership. There's the Mothership. The Mothership is out. We have a lot of gateways, a lot of warp gates to be able to bring in a good amount of a land army as well. Taking a look at the units tab, we have 1 Zealot, 4 Void Rays, 1 Stalker, and 7 Phoenixes against the Zerg players, 15 Corruptors. Let's take a look at the upgrades that we're having. We have 1 ones for our Zerg ally, that is, and we have 1 shield on the way for our Protoss enemy. We do have this Vomit that's going to keep this coming down, keep this base from coming down. That's very, very handy, very, very nice. We don't have any other bases coming down for our Zerg, even though we do have a lot of money saved up. That's not too big of a deal, though. We do have 1 ones. Our Protoss enemy currently is at only 1-0, although there is that mothership. That's going to be a bit of a frustration, as our Zerg buddy, I don't believe, even knows that it exists at this point. We do have that creep spread, still doing a very good job. Here we go, there we go, spreading that creep spread to be able to have that little advantage when it comes to vision throughout the map and the ability to move your units around the map. We have Zealots warping in out of those Corruptors because Zealot legs have this new update where they can jump in the air. Not really, but we're going to go ahead and... Ooh, Infestors on the field. Sorry for not missing that. For missing that. Infestors on the field to be able to counter both those Infestors and be able to hold down those air units as a Protoss. That has got to be very annoying. I remember when I was a Protoss player for a little bit in the Bronze and Silver Leagues. Whenever I went up against somebody who was slightly better in the Gold Leagues or anywhere near there, whenever they got Infestors out, I would become very confused because my Void Rays would die to just constant fungal growths over and over and over and over again. I was an uber newbie back then. Uber newbie. I am still a newbie, but oh my god. That was back in the days where I didn't understand the use of Colossi. Yes. But that mothership is going to go up to the top there. We do have all these bases doing pretty well. Not really going to be doing any mineral